Right, red section, here we go. Hello everyone, another update for you on the mosquito fighter bomber Mark 6 from, well, originally from de Havilland, but as it's a model, it's from Airfix 124 scale de Havilland Mosquito update in the update somewhere in the 40s region of updates now. Anyway, before I do proceed with the updates, shout outs to get my imaginary list. Model Pro 72 Lenny, tick. Basic modelling, tick. Model Pro 72 Lenny, tick. Basic modelling Rob, tick. Primitive modelling Chris, tick. Atomic 32 Brian, tick. Shane Trains, tick. Toledo 1 Lewis, tick. Aaron Nolan's, tick. Making models again Gary, tick. Gav 909, tick. That's guy, tick. Inspano Tech, tick. Trainboy 220, tick. Arroll 95, tick. Hobby Modeler, tick. Mr. Great Modeler, Mr. Great Model, tick. UK Scale Modeler, tick. New subscriber, when I find your name out, tick. Paul Marsh, tick. Inspano Tech, tick. Engineering Dartside, tick. Musvivi, tick. Facebook list. Dan, tick. Max, tick. Ellie, tick. Kelsey, tick. Kira, tick. Chloe, tick. Emilia, tick. Mon, tick. Harry, tick. Billy, tick. Greg, tick. Lenny, tick. Lynn, tick. Ashley, Ashley, tick. Ashley, tick. Andrew, tick. George, tick. George, tick. Gavin, tick. Tom, tick. John, tick. Joe, tick. Joe, tick. Sam, tick. Caroline, tick. Luke, tick. Lisa, tick. And last tick of all, Charlotte. Speak to you soon. Oh. Anyway, on with the update. Well, my update now is those pipes I did in the previous update, as you can see, are now mounted in the engines. Pretty much they're two copper pipes that are mounted either side of the centre section of the engine. They're mounted towards the cylinder, to both cylinder, to the valve cover heads. And obviously, in the next couple of, tomorrow, I'm going to be adding, hopefully, a bit more pipe work that goes on the underneath, as well as a few bits of pipe work that go on the side, on the sides, and eventually the pipe that goes from there to, down here, from that bit there to down here. So yeah, that was the update on the engines. They're starting to look, as you can see now, they're actually starting to look like engines. Well, they look like engines now, but when they're, what I mean is when they've got all the ignition systems, and the ignition systems, the starter that it had, the various pumps, the various gears, the various gearing systems, the gearing systems including the supercharger and turbocharger. I believe they have the turbocharger, but I'll see if any of you can research the Rolls-Royce Merlin 21 series engine. If if anyone if any whiz dudes know below. I mean, I don't. I mean, I know quite a lot about the Rolls-Royce Merlin. Initially, I've been doing research on it, but there's some bits I'm still some parts that I'm still researching. If you see what I mean. So yeah, that was the update on the Merlins. Obviously, Mr. 8 Modeler, as I said in my last update, your Spitfire's going to be done before I get mine. Before mine's done. I mean, mine, as I said, I had a 5 day ahead. I started it 5 days ahead of schedule, and in that 5 days ahead of schedule, I managed to get the cockpit, the fuselage, done, and get the wings and tailplane done. I'm now on. It's now April. By now, if I'd started it now, if I'd started it as month as I said, I'd have probably only been on the cockpit now. So actually, to be on the engines and the second week of my 2 week Easter break, it's actually good to do. If I can get these two done, if I can get these two engines done by the end of this week, I will be a happy dude, because obviously then I can work on the landing gear. If I can work on the landing gear, if I can get the landing gear done before April, before April 27th. Before April 27th, I'll be a happy dude, because yeah, because then obviously after the landing gear's done and put in, after the landing gear's done and it's put in, and it's been put in, then it's just basically as I said, it's the Bombay. It's basically the Bombay, the front 303s, the front 303 guns, the exhaust stacks, the propeller, bit more like you do a bit more of the cockpit. You put the radios and the gun sight, and another little bit in, which I'm not too sure of, but as I said, if any of you know more than I do on the Mosquito, then also you can fill me in on that. And to be honest, coming back to what I said in the last video, Gav909. The thing is, that beeping thing you're on about, obviously when I'm recording you can't hear it, but obviously it's only when I play. I do hear it when I play the video back. And so the thing is, I don't, I pick it up a bit, but don't really pick it that much up. And as far as shakiness is concerned, I'd allow YouTube to do that. You see, so well, that's it really. And if I can sort my camera out and everything else, then I'm laughing. Get more viewers, get more people commenting on my work, obviously. I tell you now, I'm not giving anyone a fixed date on this, because I don't know when this is going to be done. What that mean is, I don't know when it's going to be fully painted and fully deckled. At the moment, as I said, I'm only doing the engines. When the engines are done, then I've still got to do the landing gear. When the landing gear done, I've still got to do the Bombay. When the Bombay's done, I've still got to do the front guns. When the front guns are done, I've got to do the cockpit. When the cockpit's done, I've still got to do the figures. When the figures are done, and it's actually assembled, when it's assembled, then it's still not done, because I've still then got to paint the damn thing. Then I've still got to paint it, and then when I've painted it, I've still got to put the I've got to put the varnish. I've got to put the varnish on the decals on. Only when the varnish and the decals are on is the actual model completed. Until that stage, it's just going to be how it is. And like I said, I don't know how many updates this is going to be. This could be 100 and what? I could bring you with what? I could bring you probably with 100. I could probably do 120 updates before it's done. And obviously on the and obviously when I do like the final update, i.e. it's got its camouflage on, and it's glossed, then that's the final update. For me, that's the final update, like the final update. And obviously and on that, and then where it says whatever update, at that point I'll put final update. So yeah, that was me ranting on about things as usual. You've got to see what I've been able to do on my engine. See, now I'm going to stop and get photos done so I can upload these videos to take the videos from my webcam to YouTube, and yeah, then all will be good. Bye bye.